ever fallen for a co-star?
No.
We were literally just talking about this on the podcast. Fuck, off the top of my head, I think it's like 346. I have a spreadsheet, but I'm not positive that is the actual current number. But it should be like plus or minus 10.
I'm sure I know some fun facts. My favorite fun fact is that a group of flamingos is called a flamboyance.
So I have, but I don't need to very often because I can really easily from. So the one time I did have to fake one for work was a VR scene where they wanted me to put my close to the camera, but not touching anything like the person was, and then from that, which I couldn't with nobody touching me or doing anything to me. So I faked that one. But in my scenes, like I from really quickly, so I don't have to.
Yeah, I've got this storeroom at my house that just has, just a mess. It has sewing equipment, it has my miniatures stuff, it has equipment, it has like set pieces. It is a catch-all room, and I just closed the door.
Oh yes, oh, I'm sitting here thinking like, oh, my college days, and I'm like, oh no, there's a human in the room with whom's homies I have hopped. So yes, I have.
Sure, yeah. I have fallen in platonic ways for many of my co-stars. I love many of my co-stars.
Oh my God, men at the gym. Like lifting weights, watching the traps and the delts move. Like I'm a mess at the gym. It's really fun.
2. A top hole and a bottom hole. Otherwise it's a stick, not a straw. If you just open one side, then it's not, or is it itself one hole? I think it's 2 holes, because you have to be able to suck through it for it to be a straw.
Ooh, rhinestoning things. I recently rhinestoned my entire bong, and then I decided, I wanted to make a karaoke microphone. I'm about to do another karaoke microphone. I'm about to do a costume, so adding bedazzling. Bedazzling has been a fun hobby.
No, I actually am really happy with the stage name that I picked. I wouldn't pick a different one.
So I got the advice to speak to strangers as if you were already friends with them. And I've found that kind of warmth immediately lets people put their guard down, and then you just have nicer interactions. It's great.
No. I love the idea of that, but I'm just too emotionally unavailable. I have so many fan boyfriends that how could I have time for someone else? But no, I haven't fallen for anybody. It's been really fun though to like play in that space and like act that way in some of my scenes. I really like that part.
Was probably for my sister's high school graduation. My sisters are twins. They were both going to different colleges, and I had already moved to California. So what I did was I got like a shoebox, and I put different envelopes in the shoebox. Each envelope had like a small like written letter, and the envelope said something for when you're hungry, or for when you have to pull an all-nighter for an exam. And then inside the envelopes were like different small presents or gift cards. So there was like, so when you're going to your first party, I did like an Uber gift card so they could get there safely. For when you're hungry, there was like a pizza gift card. So I just did a bunch of little things like that for them to have throughout their first semester of college.
One. A straw has 1 hole.
I would love to instantly be able to draw. So I'm musically inclined, but that's kind of the only creative thing I think I can do well. And so I would love to be able to take what I dream and put it out onto paper in like an artistic medium. And it's all stick figures all the way for me, unfortunately.
Women's health and like how to keep things functioning, and just how many stigmas we're taught about our bodies and all that kind of stuff, and just kind of making it more commonplace and more acceptable to talk about the things that happen with our bodies. Well, the first thing that you need to know is that anytime you introduce any kind of new object, flora, etc. to your vaginal region, you need to be very careful because the imbalance of the pH happens so fast and you don't know what's going on, and every different like infection or problem, you just like feel it. You're so unnerved by it that you just need to understand what's happening and how you can prevent it, and then you don't have to have that feeling of uneasiness and having to go get antibiotics or something like that. But just knowing your body is very important.
Is that there are strange things going on at the Denver airport. There's like an entire underground system that was built and they spent a lot of fucking money on, and they never really put out the blueprints for it. And a lot of the world's the world's richest people have properties and bunkers all around. And this is true, you can look it up. They have properties around the Denver airport and a lot of them have bunkers. And it's crazy because they're constantly doing construction at this airport, and on the you know how they'll put up walls and dividers when they're doing construction on a place? They literally have pictures of lizard people and aliens, nothing to see here, and they're leaning into the conspiracy. And I don't know, it feels like a hiding in plain sight kind of vibe. It could be a thing. It could very well be a thing. Also, the Denver airport is 40 minutes away from actually Denver, and there's why? Spooky things happening. And also there's some and there are literal gates, signs and gate that go to nowhere. You can find a lot of videos on TikTok of people exploring the Denver airport and getting into what literally feel like liminal spaces. It's kind of creepy. I don't like flying into that airport.
I don't really think I have any very specific things beyond the normal take a shower, shave my legs, brush my teeth, eat some food kind of thing.
Okay, so what I really, really want to do is do a self-funded passion project where I am Jessica Rabbit in the very, I think it's the opening scene of Who Framed Roger Rabbit, and she comes through the curtain first and she sings Why Don't You Do Right, which is one of the songs in my jazz set list. I want to record it in studio, and then I want to rent out a place, do full hair, makeup, costume, and do a full scene of me singing that to, a bar basically. So I would have a safe for work version of it, of course. And then of course I could make it into a scene where I someone dressed as Roger Rabbit or do that for the selling part. But I wouldn't even care if I made any money off of it because I would love to have that just as a piece of art.
I think the best compliment that I ever receive, it comes from fans, and it's just that I have a pretty smile, and it's it lights up my entire face, and it makes them smile in return, and that's really awesome. I love to make people smile, and if something as simple as me smiling at you can make you smile, then I love that for all of us.